Yo, what's up YouTube? What's going on today? Yo, we just got the Boruto spoilers for chapter 81. Woo! Yo, everyone's time skip design is looking sick right now. Everyone's got mad grip, bro. Oof. Yo, I seen Sarada's design, Sumira's design. Damn, bro, that's all I'm gonna say, alright? Ah, damn. Now thanks to Abdul Zoldiak and Luana Rocha, we got some spoilers, and Luana has translated some of them, so she's still translating them while this video is being recorded, so some things might change by the time this video is uploaded. So the chapter starts off with Boruto on the cover page, and it's a double spread. It says Boruto to Blue Vortex, and we see Boruto in his time skip design. So it is exactly the same design that we saw earlier on that V-Jump page. So the chapter literally first starts off with Sarada. Ikimoto knew what he was doing here, bro. He straight up gave us Sarada on the first page, and it's colored as well, so that's how you know he was cooking with her here. And it says, in the village of Konoha, which has undergone the great cataclysm in the past, in front of the Hokage room, Sarada with a dissatisfied face. So Sarada is talking to the new Hokage, which is Shikamaru, and it looks like Konohamaru is his advisor. Bro, I'm surprised they put Konohamaru there. That guy was like pretty useless, I'm not gonna lie, alright? But bro, looking at Sarada's full time skip design, yo, she actually looks fire. Like, she got grip and everything. Her jacket literally reminds me of Boruto. Though Ikimoto has changed up the design, he got rid of her skirt and gave her short shorts. Though her design does look a bit like Boruto, especially her legs. I'm not sure what those things are called, the socks looking things. You see the red and black accent? That looks very similar to Boruto's time skip design that we've seen in episode 1, mainly his sleeves. So looking at the next panels, it says Sarada is seen arguing with Shikamaru, who now wears the Hokage cloak, about Boruto's innocence and how he isn't a traitor. Shikamaru is worried for Sarada as a shinobi. Sarada says, my role model is the 7th Hokage, Nanadaime, not you. So that means Kakashi is not the next Hokage or the temporary Hokage. It ended up coming down to Shikamaru, though it makes sense because Shikamaru was in command when Naruto wasn't there. But it also makes me question, what role does Kakashi has? Because Ikimoto did state that Kakashi will have a role in the Boruto time skip. So I wonder what that role is. But getting back to Shikamaru, it makes me question if Shikamaru is taking orders from Kawaki, because I think Kawaki is above Shikamaru, and whatever Kawaki doesn't like, he tells Shikamaru, and Shikamaru has to fall through with it. Because Shikamaru has no power against Kawaki. Though in Shikamaru's mind, he thinks Kawaki is Naruto's son, so he's obviously gonna listen to him. But then we have Sarada here arguing against Shikamaru and them, saying Boruto's innocent. Now, I'm not sure how this is gonna affect Sarada in the future. I think she's already giving away her position that she hasn't fallen for Ida's ability. Though it makes me question how long of the time skip has really passed. Has it been 2 years? Has it been 4 years? Because why would she wait that long to say something about Boruto? So it makes me question it. So then looking at the next panels, it says, first look at Kawaki's time skip design. He is seen entering the dimension Naruto and Hinata are imprisoned in, dimension where time stops, and explains why Naruto and Hinata haven't aged. So Kawaki's here with his drip. Bro, he straight up looks like a hippie or something. Like, look at the man's design. So I think Kawaki right now is probably about 18 years old. If he's about 14 in part 1 and 4 years have passed, he's probably 18 over here. Though I am kind of iffy on his age. He might be the same age as Boruto, between 16 to 17. I don't think he's 18, but then again, we don't know his full age. But looking at Kawaki's drip, he looks pretty sick, not gonna lie, with the sagging pants and the belt and everything. Ikimoto snapped on the characters, alright? He snapped on them. But looking at Naruto and Hinata, they're basically sealed in the dimension. Now, if Naruto and Hinata haven't aged, that means Sasuke, Sakura, and them have all aged. And honestly, I don't think this is gonna work out good when Naruto comes back to the present. He's gonna look at everybody around him and be like, yo, they've aged so much and I'm still the same age. I don't think it's gonna settle right in Naruto's mind. So then the next panels, alright, this is where it gets a little juicy. I ain't gonna lie about that. It gets a little juicy, you know? It says, we see Sumira's design, no changes for Ida and Damon. Sarada and Sumira speak to Ida about the rewrite of history and if there's anything we can do to reverse it. Ida says no and further asks, how are you two able to retain your memories? Oof, yo, that means they just gave away their position to Ida, letting her know that these two aren't affected. I thought Sarada and Sumira were gonna plan something against Ida by not letting her know that they're affected. But I guess they just let that slip up right away. Though that's weird to me. They wait like 4 years and they finally say something. That's kind of weird. But looking at the designs, here we have Sumire. Sumire looks like all the fan arts I've seen before. I don't see much difference in her pre-time skip to now. Though she is still wearing a skirt, she is a bit taller. But the one thing I like about Sumire's design is the fact that Ikimoto gave her a tie. It still makes it look like she is the class rep or that she is some sort of political figure, because that is like a nice accessory he gave her. Though I ain't gonna lie, yo, Ikimoto is cooking with the designs, alright? He cooking. I ain't gonna stop the man. So then getting on, we have Ida and Damon. Now, one thing that confuses me is that Ida and Damon haven't aged. Look at Damon, he literally looks exactly the same as he was before the time skip. So does that mean that the cyborgs don't age? I think that's a possibility, because I thought they were gonna build something between Damon and Himawari, but that wasn't the case, or we haven't seen any interactions yet, so I can't say for sure. But looking at Damon, he literally looks the same size. Though with Ida, I think she got a little bit more mature. It does look like her shirt has changed, but it's hard to say, because I think she has more exposed chest area now, but it's hard to say if that's true or not. Though her clothing and Damon's clothing is the same. So then we have a panel of Sarada and Sumire side by side, and Damon is looking at them. I think Damon is curious on why these two haven't fallen for Ida's abilities. I think Damon knows something's up, and in my mind, I think Damon knows that if these two try something, he's gonna have to eliminate them. Or he's probably already thinking that if they do something against Ida, he's gonna take them down, which explains the sweat mark on both Sarada and Sumire. So it makes me question what these two are cooking right now. So then in the next panels, it says Mitsuki also gets a design upgrade. Mitsuki still has hate for Boruto and wants to kill him. Kawaki says that Boruto cannot escape his eye, so Kawaki will know when he enters the village. He can also fly, another one of the Otsutsuki's inherited abilities. That means Kawaki can fly now, alright? That's basically what Ishiki had. He's basically inherited all of Ishiki's abilities. But looking at the panels, we got an older picture of Mitsuki. Bro, he literally looks like Log. He's basically a younger version of Log. Like, bro, that was expected. That's why they didn't hint us anything with Mitsuki. We already have Log who gives it away. But it looks like Kawaki's best friend is Mitsuki, and it looks like Mitsuki still hates Boruto. So there is possibly going to be a battle of Mitsuki versus Boruto. Also, looking at the text itself, Kawaki says that he's able to see if Boruto enters the village or not. Does that mean that Kawaki's eye has evolved, or possibly Kawaki has awakened the Byakugan? It could be a possibility, because Kawaki says he's able to see when he enters the village. How is Kawaki able to see that? Unless he's inherited more of Ishiki's abilities, because I remember when Ishiki was looking around the village for Kawaki, he couldn't detect him, so they had to take Kawaki in the downstairs basement to hide him from the Byakugan. So it's possible Kawaki might have the Byakugan now. So then in the next panels, we got Himawari and Chocho. Himawari's design has been released, and the text says Himawari and Chocho also get revealed. Chocho is training with Himawari, who wants to become strong. And in the panels, we have Himawari fighting against Chocho, and I'm not gonna lie, she looks kind of the same, but a little bit taller and just a little bit longer hair. So if Himawari is 10 years old, that means she's about 14 right now. Now looking at the panels, it looks like Himawari is getting trained by Chocho, or she's fighting her to get some training, because I think Himawari is trying to get stronger to possibly save Boruto, because she does say later that she wants to help Boruto, and she might get scolded by the village for saying that. So Himawari is following her instincts, and she is just like Naruto and Hinata, where they want to help the other person even if they've done something bad. But looking at Himawari's design, she basically has her stomach exposed, and she has a giant flower on her shirt. Now this flower, it could be a recall to Boruto's vest, though at the same time I am kind of 50-50 on that symbol. It could either mean Sarada's Mangekyo, or it has something to do with Himawari, since her name means a sunflower. So then in the next panel, we also get Inojin and Shikadai, and the text says Himawari has doubts about Boruto being a bad guy, and further thinks that Naruto isn't dead. She has this inner feeling that he is alive somehow. So Himawari knows something's up, and this could be related to when Damon met her back in somewhere in the chapter 70s, that he's like, you have an immense power inside of you. So what if Himawari has some Otsutsuki type abilities, and she's able to bypass Ida's ability, where she thinks to herself, thinking, this isn't right. She knows something is wrong. So it's possible this power helps her get by Ida's ability, and is able to remember Boruto and know that Kawaki is the bad guy. So now the juicy stuff. Now shit is getting serious. It says Konoha gets attacked by Code's 10-tail minion army. Sarada protects the villagers, but they keep regenerating. So looking at the panels, the 10-tail army has finally spawned. I'm kind of curious on why Code waited 4 years to attack. It makes me question a lot of things, and I have a few theories in my mind, but that's gonna be for the later video. But back to the panels, Sarada arrives on the scene. She fights the 10-tail creatures. She decides to dropkick one of them in the chest, but it looks like they end up regenerating. So then in the next part, it says Code makes his entrance. He also has a slashed left eye. Code says, good morning, Sarada. So Code now meets Sarada one-on-one, but looking at Code more importantly, his left eye is slashed. What could this mean? I'm thinking Boruto slashed Code's left eye. It's possible Code and Boruto are working together, and some shit happened, and either Code killed Sasuke and Boruto slashed his left eye, or Code is now working with Boruto to fight against Kawaki in the village, and thus brings the 10-tail army to fight him. Because what the next panel gives me is Boruto arriving and stepping on Code's face, and it says Boruto Uzumaki is here. Boruto, that's the kind of creepy thing that gets you in trouble with all the girls. Code was telling Sarada to scream for help, essentially. So Boruto arrives, steps on Code's face, but it looks like Code was and was not expecting Boruto to arrive like that. I think Boruto and Code are working together here, because Boruto and Code might have came together to the village, and when Code decides to to attack Sarada is when Boruto draws the line. Thus, him stepping on Code's face is him telling him to stay away from Sarada. But this still makes me question, why did Boruto and Code come to the village at the same time? They have to be working together. So I think Boruto and Code are cooking something right now. And looking at the panels itself, Boruto is really quick. He literally spawns out of nowhere and instantly steps on Code's face. It makes you question, how did Boruto spawn that fast? The only possible explanation is that Boruto was inside of Code's belt and he jumped through Code's belt to arrive at the scene, because no one sees where Boruto comes from. We also get a close-up shot of Boruto's chest. We have the Uzumaki necklace. We have Boruto's bolt badge. We have the sunflower badge. We also have the hidden leaf badge on the other side, and we have this small little badge right here. I'm not sure what it says on it, though it might have something to do with Sasuke or possibly something else. So then we got the final 2 pages of the chapter. It says Sarada is shocked to see Boruto. Meanwhile, Kawaki asserts, "You're out, Boruto," essentially meaning out of hiding. It says preview text, "The whirlpool of destiny / fate to be mixed together once again." So the ending page here is translated by Luana Rocha. It says, "So you decided to show up, Boruto." Then it says, "The vortex of fate collides again." So I think the 2 blue vortex means Boruto himself and him fighting against fate itself. The 2 blue vortex is 2 things: Boruto's real future and Boruto's altered future. And thus Boruto being the vortex in the middle, fighting between the 2 futures. Either he fixes everything and goes back to his original timeline, or he lives in this timeline and has to fight against his brother. So I think it's possible that's what the 2 blue vortex means. But looking at the last panels, we have Sarada looking at Boruto, and I'm not gonna lie, being a Boruto shipper, I can see the expression in Sarada's eyes that she's like worried, she's happy, but she's kind of lost that Boruto has come back. Because look at her body expression. It's like she's not defending herself. She literally put down all her defenses and is literally shocked by Boruto. And I think this is her first time seeing Boruto in 4 years, and she's low-key like, dug, dug, you know? But I also like the symbolism here. She is the first one Boruto sees, and Boruto is the first one she sees. So I like that symbolism that these 2 are connected to each other. But this also raises questions on where is Sasuke, because we don't see Sasuke right now. So if Code did really kill Sasuke, Sarada's looking at Boruto thinking, where is my dad? So she might be worried that Sasuke might be dead because Boruto is wearing a cloak similar to Sasuke's. So then looking at the final panel, we have Code, Boruto, and Kawaki. I think it's gonna be Code and Boruto versus Kawaki, because if you notice, the tensile creatures are behind Boruto. Boruto's not defending against them, and they're not attacking Sarada either. So I most likely think Code and Boruto are the ones who are here to attack, because how else did Boruto get here so quick? Unless he knew something was up. And when that belt spawned that Kawaki noticed, I think Boruto came through that same belt. That's how he was able to get here really quick. And thus the chapter ends with all 3 Karmamans looking at each other. Oof, yo, this chapter is juicy, alright? Looking at everyone's time skip designs with everything that's happened, oof. Now my only question is, how did the story progress? Because they just jump into the middle of this action and they don't explain how all this stuff happened. So I think this is a flash forward scene, and most likely this scene is gonna appear again somewhere in the later chapters, because I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna go back in time from here to the moment when Sasuke and Boruto left the village, and they're gonna show Sasuke and Boruto's life slowly evolve from there. Thus it might show us how Sasuke possibly died and how Code got his left eye cut, because Code with his limiters off is supposed to be stronger than Jigen, but for him to get his left eye cut, you know somebody had to kick his ass, bro. No doubt about that. So I think this is a flash forward, and most likely they are gonna show us the past that leads up to this moment. You guys heard that here first. I think that's what's gonna happen. But bro, look at everyone's design. Oof, yo, their designs are looking nice, especially Sarada and Sumire's. They're the 2 that caught me off guard most. Sarada literally caught everyone off guard. She wears her headband on her jacket, and Ikimoto made her pop out nicely, alright? Like even Sumire caught me off guard. I'm not gonna lie about that. I see what Ikimoto likes. So most animes, they have girls shown with bigger chests and all. In this case, Ikimoto focuses more on the waist and down, mainly legs. In my opinion, I think he has a fetish for legs, because he likes to expose the legs more than he does the upper half. He likes to show more curves and legs on his female characters. As for the male characters, he likes to grip them the out, alright? Look at everyone's design. They're drippy. Like look at Boruto too, bro. He looks so drippy with the shirt and everything. He literally looks like a Yakuza member. So that is it for these Boruto chapter 81 spoilers. Bro, the chapter is almost here. I have a few theories in my mind about a bunch of things that are going on, especially with Code and Boruto. Yo, shit's about to get juicy. So that is it for this video. Let me know what you guys think of this chapter. Bro, I'm hyped for everyone's design, alright? Like Sarada caught me off guard completely. Sumire, I was not expecting that, alright? They made Sumire pretty thick, alright? I'm gonna point that out there. I don't give a shit what anyone says. It is what it is. And everyone is drippy as a motherfucker. So thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos to come.